48, I got an album review, kind of like it was been requested by many of you to review the Madam X album, We Reserve the Right to Rock. I believe, did I do a track by track? I don't know, or was maybe a news report where I talked about Madam X and I mentioned in the video, I should review that album. And man, a lot of comments were like, yes, please review that album. You know, there's a lot of people that love this shit. And I gotta tell you, man, I listened to it today and I took notes. And I will say this, man, before I get into this, all right? I'm not a big fan of the later hair metal stuff, your Poisons, Bon Jovi, you know, stuff like that. And I love this. Now, this is what I gotta say about that, because this is just as cheesy as any Poison album, right? But it's the timeline. I am convinced it's the timeline. I'll give you an example. There's a guy out there that I watch all the time, man. He's the hair metal guru, and you know, he's a few years younger than me, and it's that timeline. You know what I mean? He's into the Poison, and the Tough, and all that stuff that was kryptonite, and still is kryptonite to me. But I'm fascinated to hear people like him, and he has panels to talk about hair metal, and yeah, most of that shit I hate, but I love listening to it. But this is no different than any hair metal that they love, except it's the timeline. When I grabbed this album in 84, was it 84? I know it was mid-80s. Yeah, 84. I got it when it was new. I saw the video for You're High in High School, and I loved it, man, and I went out and I bought it. And man, this is chock full of cheese, but it's catchy, it's fun, it's everything Poison is a few years later, but that does nothing for me because it's timeline. And my God, this is a fun album. And I gotta say, what's really cool is that I got to see this lineup, I don't know, 5 years ago or so. They played a pre-party for the cruise that leaves from Miami. They played at the Miami Casino, and it was the original four. These four people. It was so cool seeing that. And I got to meet them after the show, and they were all very cool, especially the singer, Brett, you know. And man, Brett was hitting those highs that he does on the album, and those are highs. You know, I mean, really high vocals, you know? Great stuff, man. Even though it's cheeserific, it's great. So now I'm going to get into the songs, all right? We start with You're High in High School. Like I told you, this is the video that made me buy the album, that made me a fan of the album. And it has a video with a dwarf that I believe is the same dwarf in the Sabotage video, All About Game. And I also believe that's the actor that's very popular now. What's his name again? I wrote it down here. Peter Dinklage, who's done many shows and movies, and he was on Games of Thrones, the little guy. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's the same dude. And yeah, it's a chill. The song is covered in cheese, and so is the video. The video's hilarious. They spent some money on that shit. You know, getting those people, a guy in a pencil suit, because he's high in high school. It's a little guy high in high school, and at the end of the video, he ends up dancing around and doing somersaults with the band. Kooky stuff. I love it. I love it. At 1984, seeing that, I was like, that's fun. I'm buying that. If I was that age in 86 and saw Top 30 to me, I'd be like, that's fun. I'm getting that. But no, it's timeline, okay? Next, come on, We're gonna have a ball. We're gonna have a ball. Oh my God, it's so cheesy and funny and awesome. It's kind of like It's So Bad It's Great, but it's hard for me to say it's bad. I don't think it's bad. It's really cheesy. And it's a song about partying. I mean, that's what I was all about back in the mid-'80s, man. I loved to party, going to rock concerts, getting smashed on Jack Daniels, you know? Just debauchery, the 80s. All you that are my age, you know what I'm talking about. You partiers. We like to party, go out, have a good time, crank, like go to see Judas Priest in the arena. 80s, man. That was the shit. And this song, perfect for the 80s. And I love the drumming from Roxy on it. She's pounding that girl. You know, I gotta say, I haven't talked about the band. You got Roxy Petrucci on drums, her sister, which is Maxine, and then you have here, this is Godzilla. What was his name on the album? Godzilla as well, right? I don't see it. But anyway, yeah, he's known as Godzilla. And then you got Brett over here, who's an awesome singer. Yeah, these are the four I met. And yeah, I love Come One, Come All. We're gonna have a ball. Yeah, all right, so the next song's called She's Hot Tonight. Great hooks. I love the hooks in the verses. And, you know, the solo is awesome. And the verses. It's a total package, you know? This song, like the rest of the album, is 100% fun. Not to be taken serious. Just listen to this as a fun experience, like how people listen to Poison, you know? I wasn't around. I was a little too before that, you know? All right, next. Dirty Girls. Classic opening metallic riff, and it's cool. It's a driving tune, and the chorus is cringe, but it's a rare cringe that I love. You know, dirty. Whatever. I love it. All right, next, the Max Volume, which is a guitar solo from Maxine. By the way, Maxine's a guitar player. Roxy is the drummer. No, is it? Yeah, Maxine and Roxy. Like Van Halen. You know, the drummer and guitar player are brothers. These are two sisters. And Pantera, you know? And she rips. Listening to it today, now, it's like, it takes me back to 1984. And listening to this girl shred, and I didn't hear any girl shredding at the time. Not like this. Lita Ford can play a good guitar, but not like this. I'm talking heavy metal, shreddy shit. Maxine was the first one I heard back then. First one I ever heard. Yeah, she's, and it's awesome. I mean, listening to it today, if it was released today, it'd be whatever, because people don't like guitar solos anymore, because this world sucks. 2025, come on. Guitar solos aren't liked like before, which makes 2025 suck ass. But I love it. All right, and then we go into Metal in My Veins, my favorite track on the album. And it's always been my favorite one. You know, it's like, I'm wild and I'm crazy. I am insane. Must be the metal, heavy metal in my veins. I don't care. Look, man, I'm old as fuck already. And I still get the same charge of heavy metal from the 80s, man. 1984, hearing the song Heavy Metal in a song in 1984 was badass. Especially when you got some ripping guitars going, dude hitting high ass notes, chick is bashing the drums. Metal in My Veins, the best damn song on this album. I love it. All right, next. Reserve the Right to Rock. You know, I didn't know this was a video. I'm going through YouTube and I'm like, holy shit, they made a video for this song, which is crazy. It's nuts. But yeah, it's cool though. You know, it's I gotta say, every song before this one I like more, but I don't dislike this song. This song is kind of like, it's good, but I could have thought of a better video. And what's the next song? Yeah, next song would have been the best video after High in High School, and that is Good with Figures. The catchiness of this song, the verses, the chorus, the soloing, everything about I'm good with figures, I like your figures. It's hooky, man. Get these hooks off me. Too many hooks. I love it. Good with Figures is better than Reserve the Right, in my opinion. All right, next. A 1-2 punch, man. Cat Got Your Tongue. Great song with, you know, the extremely hooky chorus again. And it, you know, does that cat got your tongue. It's traditional metal riffage. You know, it's a basic riff that actually it's very fucking awesome in my world. It's a basic riff. It's nothing special. But back then it was special, and listening to it now, nostalgic-wise, it's still special. I love it. Cat Got Your Tongue. All right, next. We Want Rock. The solo in this song, she rips off a little bit of Rainy Roads Over the Mountain. I hear it a few times in the solo. Yeah, it's again, this one's not one of my favorites. It's okay, not skippable, it's alright. But, you know, it's a fun tune. So that's what I got to say about that one. Alright, now we got the last song with Stand Up and Fight. Great fast-paced track, man. You know, to bring a close to this great cheesy album. I would say it's the greatest cheesy album ever. You know, they put the bar too high. Poison, you tried with your cheese, but it wasn't at the level of Madam X in my world. Way better than Poison. Way better than Poison in my world. And I love this song, Stand Up and Fight. I love the like cheesy backing vocals. You know, it's some awesome shit, man, those backing vocals. And Brett, again, hitting those high notes on this tune as well. What a damn awesome album, yeah. And for those that may not know, Sebastian Bach did join Madam X. Brett left. They brought in Sebastian. They've only did some demos with him that I haven't heard. They're probably on YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, Sebastian Bach was in Madam X for a little while. And then they ended up firing him. And Roxy went on to be the drummer for Vixen. And still is the drummer for Vixen. That's my review of Madam X. We Reserve the Right. What do you all think? I know a lot of you wanted me to do this. So here it is. What do you all think? Leave it in the comments below. What do you think of this cheese-rific album? Now, warning to all you people that never heard this. If you listen to this album now, I don't think you're going to like it because you're not going to get it. You had to be around back in the mid-'80s to get it, you know? Unless you're one of these young guys that love the cheesy hair metal. You know, you'll get it. But I'm just saying, you know, your average metal fan, you won't get this unless you got it in '84, in my opinion. But anyway, hey, thank you all for watching this review, and thank you all for suggesting it. That's why I did it, for all of you. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Ring that little notification bell. And like this video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em on God.